Hey, what's up guys? It's Mike. I'm with my friend Ben Pakulski, IFBB Pro, and in this video, we're gonna talk about overcoming lagging body parts. We just had a long conversation on Ben was giving me a lot of good advice on lagging body parts for myself, and I want Ben to go and share some of these tips with you guys.
Alright guys, so I've been known throughout the years for having some really big and freaky body parts, but also for having some lagging body parts. And over the last 2 or 3 years, I've made dramatic changes to my body, which have now brought those lagging body parts up to be some of the best in the world. So I'm here to share some of those secrets with you. And it comes down to 2 things. So two things you can apply right away if you learn how to do them. They're very simple. I'm gonna tell you right now. 1, first and foremost, you need to learn how to get a muscle fully shortened or fully contracted. Really important. What does that mean? Most people go, well, you know, Ben, for me to get my bicep fully shortened, is this a fully shortened bicep? No. You do need to know what it means biomechanically to get a muscle fully shortened, and it's not very complicated, trust me. So Mike asked me about an example for triceps because he wants to build his triceps.
Yeah.
So to get your tricep fully shortened, it actually looks like this. Back here. Most people, you know, they do their triceps, they're doing it here, right?
Nobody ever even goes back there.
Nobody gets back here. So that's 1. Get your muscles fully shortened. For a fully shortened lat, it actually looks something like this. You want to get your hands again way behind you. Again, it'll be like that with your elbows bent. So things like that, or a fully shortened pec come across your body like this. So for today's example, let's use a fully shortened tricep.
Yeah.
Okay, how do I do that? The example I like to give Mike, really simple. You want to use a rope extension. If you use a bar for a tricep push down, it's going to come to your body. You're not going to get a full extension. So if I use a rope, actually I need 2 ropes, and what I'll do is I'll extend it so that the rope is, I slide the handle all the way to the end, so it's like twice as long.
Yeah.
So I'm getting 2 ropes, and actually it can come down and come this way. So if I'm doing an extension, it's actually gonna come back here with the cable.
Yeah.
Because the 2 ropes and then my body won't get in the way.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing there is I'm actually gonna get my muscle maximally contracted, maximally shortened, and force the nervous system to adapt and actually have to recruit more muscle fibers. Because your muscles are physiologically really weak in a shortened position, a maximally shortened position.
Yeah.
So it forces your nervous system to get all the muscle fibers contracting.
Yeah.
So you're gonna make the nervous system more efficient, thereby you're gonna make your muscles stronger in all parts of the range. Really important. So most people never get there.
No,
most people
not
don't
at
know how
all.
to do it. That's why when you do a leg extension, when you feel a leg extension, you go here, it really knots up and it's really tight, right?
Yeah.
That's a real fully shortened quad because the quad has 2 functions, to extend the knee and to flex the hip.
Yeah.
So why don't you try that back here and just see what it feels like to get your tricep contracted.
So,
Elbow behind you, exactly right there. It's almost like doing a kickback.
Yeah.
But kickback isn't the best exercise because a dumbbell doesn't really give you good force.
yeah.
Long
And I think difference between normally when I do this is when I do this, automatically I feel it up to about right here.
Right.
But when I come right here, I feel it
all the way up.
all the way to the back, and that's where you get like the biggest part of your tricep, that lump of muscle back there.
Exactly. And the same idea with your bicep. You know, most people think the bicep is here. In reality, the bicep is here.
Yeah.
So how do we do that? You know, that's another thing you need to learn to do is get those muscles fully contracted. That's a huge component in getting, bringing up a weak body part. So hamstrings, same idea. People have, how do I build my hamstrings? It's because you never get it short.
Yeah.
These are things we can teach you in a matter of seconds.
So if we can go ahead and fully lengthen, fully contract, or fully shorten your muscles all the way through, this is really just beyond full range of motion, because normal people think full range of motion is, for example,
But they don't know what it is. Yeah.
up and down. That's what they think. I mean, that's what I thought what it was.
Right, but most people don't know. And it's not complicated, it's really simple, you just gotta know what it is.
Yeah.
Right, so with every muscle group, there's a certain range of motion that is actually the full range. So people think for a bicep, you know, this is my full range, when in reality, this is my full range. So people don't know that. So teaching you something simple like that takes me literally 3 seconds.
Yeah.
But now you gotta learn how to apply it. The next thing you need to do is you need to take the other second tip for bringing up lagging body parts is to be able to place the tension in your body where you want to place the tension, not where your body wants to place the tension. Let's do an example for back. So if you're doing a machine row,
Yeah.
let's say for example,
Yeah.
like you're gonna do it essentially like this, right? First thing I want you to do is push down into my hand. What happens?
Triceps.
Tricep, what else?
Some lats.
So lats contract. So straighten your arm. Now do it. What happens? A little more lat.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're doing here is we're engaging the lat before he even moves. So now let's go through the row motion. Oops, let's go through the row motion while I push down into my hand. Good push. I'll move, you stay still, I'll move.
Okay.
Good. Good, so try to keep that down. Push this down. Keep pushing down in my hand. Gotta give me a fair amount of tension. There you go. Good, stretch all the way, let it come. There we go. Push down right there. That's it. Come all the way forward. That's it, push down. Good. So what happened in the back there?
And it's like constant tension all the way here, and it's like every single move, it's almost like it shortens all the way to where it almost feels like you can knot up.
Right.
Yeah.
So now that's obviously one range for back. Another range for back is here. So let's put your hands up this way. And now, kind of like we did in the push-up example, just push out into my hands.
Yeah.
Feel your back contract.
Yeah.
Now do what you do a row. Just pull in.
Oh.
Yep. Pull in. There you go. Come all the way up. Come all the way up. Come on, stretch. There you go. Keep pushing out. Push out. Push out. There you go. There we go. Come all the way up. Push out. Push out. Push out. Good. So obviously we're giving you an example of manual tension, but you'd just be using this on a machine or even a barbell.
Yeah.
Right, so a great example, we have a barbell right here. So if you're doing a bent over barbell row, grab that one, Mike. Keep in mind, this is all raw. Mike's never done this before.
Yeah.
Grab it like you're doing a barbell row. And the first thing I want you to do before you even bend over, when you grab that bar, pull it apart. So stand up straight.
Yeah.
Pull it apart. Good. See what happens to his body? Everything here contracts. You feel this contract?
Yeah. I feel my
triceps, delts, traps kind of contract.
Yep.
Now I want you to keep pulling out, but I want you to slowly bend over like you're going into a bent row, but keep pulling out. So I want you to feel the tension as it shifts. Now it's kind of here.
Yep, it's going.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Now it's kind of here.
Yep.
Keep going a little further. Good, right there. So that's where you're going to feel. Now we got tension that kind of draws a line all the way across his back. Now go through a row. Take a good amount of grip on that bar and keep pulling it apart. Keep pulling it apart. Keep pulling it apart hard. Especially on the negative. Pull it apart. Come on. Pull it apart. Good. So Mike's using probably a 20-pound bar here, and he's making it hard for himself. And that's the trick in building muscles. You don't want to make things easy for yourself. You want to make it hard. Good. Take a rest. And give them a insight as to what that feels like.
Oh. So, well, number one, my back's pumped like crazy, but it felt like, honestly, it felt like I was using a ton of weight.
Right, so what you're doing is you're increasing the amount of torque and the amount of tension in the muscle and not the amount of weight. Because obviously your body has no idea what weight you're using. You've heard that said, but like your muscle communicates in terms of tension or torque. So you're increasing the amount of torque in the muscle, which is thereby going to increase the amount of strain and stress going through that muscle.
Yeah, my muscle was like tense the whole time, but then it would shorten and lengthen, but all under tension.
Right. So that's ultimately what it is. This is how we place tension where we want to place it, and make sure it's continuous tension, so there's longer amounts of time under tension, which is obviously very highly correlated with growth.
Man.
Simple stuff. 2 things you can apply right now to your training to really bring up weak body parts, literally. And the growth you should experience should be exponential, like literally 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
You should be looking at substantial changes because your body's never ignited these muscle fibers before.
Yeah.
That's why people on my programs have put on between 20 and 25 pounds in 6 weeks. And people are like, that's not possible, but I have documented proof because you've never used these muscles the way they're supposed to be used before.
Yeah.
So as soon as you do it, your body goes boom, and your body responds.
Man.
Right.
So guys, I mean, you want to try that like right away. And honestly, what I would suggest, guys, is because that was really like my first time trying that, and I felt like, and I only did like 1 set, but man, now my muscles are like fully activated.
Right.
And that's like the craziest thing is, a lot of times when I'm warming up, it'll take me 2 or 3 sets to go home, warm up before I actually get blood back there.
Right.
But automatically, I feel so much blood back there right now, like everything is just pumped up.
And the cool
just
thing
like
about
ready
it
to
is
go.
the weight is probably the least important factor. Weight should be a tool to increase resistance or increase tension.
Yeah.
Whereas if you can increase tension manually, it's even better because you don't have to use the weight. You can use more control. Be very specific where you put that tension, right?
Yeah.
Which is amazing. You know, now you have control over how much muscle you build, how fast you build, and exactly where you build it, as opposed to just being arbitrarily subjected to your genetics.
And then imagine if I work up to it and I can do the same amount of weight I do for bent over rolls, but under tension the whole time, my back would blow up.
That's literally what happened to me. I started doing this stuff about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And I went from doing bent over rows with 4 plates aside to doing 1 1/4, and like it hurt. It sucked. And now I'm back up to doing 4 plates, maybe 4 1/2, even 4 1/4, with perfect form, perfect tension, no rocking at my hips, no extraneous movement, just boom, boom, boom.
And your back now has a lot more muscle than before.
Literally like leaps and bounds, some more muscle. And it's almost like you have to work less hard, just more effectively.
Yeah. So guys, I mean, this will be awesome. Not only just to go ahead, number one, you're gonna build a significant amount more muscle, but what's really blowing my mind is you're using the same. You're gonna start off by using lighter weight, but eventually you'll go back to using the same exact weight
It'll take that long. Yeah.
that you're using right now. The only difference is you're gonna have a lot more muscle. Number one, because you're actually contracting your muscles while you're doing the same movement, and number two, you're not even gonna worry about getting injured as often. Because I know the number one thing for injuries is back form and too heavy of a weight to hurt yourself. And your form will be perfect on here because your muscles are contracting, and the weight, you don't even have to go heavier weight in order to build more muscle. And now so now I'm thinking, if somebody did perfect form, like if I did perfect form like that and I contracted the whole time and I'm able to work up to the weight I'm at, my back would be a lot bigger, and if I was able to go heavier from there,
man, it's literally astronomical.
It would be.
And the cool
insane.
thing is, like, I probably do less overall volume from my back now and get twice the results because your body's actually doing so much work in a shorter amount of time, which is amazing. Obviously, I've got a family, I've got kids, I've got a business, like a lot of people out there. I don't want to be in the gym for 2 hours trying to.
How long do you work out for, Ben?
Honestly, man, a good back workout for me, the longest I would ever go is an hour, but typically it's about 40 to 45 minutes. I suggest 40 to 45 minute workouts for most people if you're doing things right.
And you're a pro bodybuilder.
Right.
This isn't like you're just doing this for fun to have a nice back like most people.
Right, most people think, Ben must work out 6 hours a day and all he does is eat, sleep, and train, and I can't have that lifestyle. I've got a business, I've got a family with 3 children, and I'm a pro bodybuilder. And I travel ludicrous amounts. So when you get in the gym, you got to be very, very effective and efficient. Like I'm lucky to get 45 minutes a day. So when I'm in there, I have to learn to make the most of it, which is why I've been in the quest to find the perfect solution.
Nice. Guys, this will really help you bring up any lagging body part, no matter what it is. I want you guys to try it now. When it comes to your back, do exactly what Ben was talking about. Hold your arms out, grab a bar. Like if you don't have somebody with you, grab a bar or grab a towel, grab anything, pull it out, and then with that tension, just do a roll, and you'll feel a world of difference in your back, and vice versa for a chest. You can grab maybe like a bar, or something that Ben showed me before we started filming this was he had me lean against a table and squeeze my chest together, and then just do a push-up. And just doing that, or actually do it on the floor to where you're in a push-up position and squeeze your chest together and just come down exactly like I did. And you'll feel a world of difference in your chest right away, and you'll realize that we just made a push-up be that much more effective. And now if you can regularly do 30 push-ups, now if you can still do 30 push-ups, your chest would blow up. I mean, that's insane.
That's one of going to be the biggest problem for you guys at home is you're going to go, well, I used to be able to do 30 push-ups and now I can only do 8. Who cares? Who cares if you used to be able to do 30 push-ups when your chest sucks? People go, Ben, how much do you bench? Doesn't matter. I can bench my chest is way bigger than yours at the end of the day. It doesn't matter how much I can bench, right? I mean, even if I'm doing 225 and my chest looks awesome, who cares? I'm not a power lifter. If you're a strong man or a power lifter, go. That's good for you. But if you want to build a good-looking chest or a good-looking back, doesn't matter how much weight you lift. Leave your ego at the door.
Man. So guys, here's some awesome tips for bringing up your lagging body parts. If you want to know more about Ben's tips on how to build up your lagging body parts, go check out his site, benpakulski.com/mi40. He's gonna talk all about that stuff and a lot more tips for every single one of your body parts, plus the nutrition and all that stuff that you need to go ahead and bring up any lagging parts that you have possible that you need to bring up. So thanks for watching this video, guys. Thanks for sharing the tips, Ben.
My pleasure. Thanks, Mike.
We'll see you guys next time. Later.